Hello children, welcome to my channel. So in this video we'll be studying about your chapter 2 of the science book, which is microorganisms, friend and foe. So before starting with the chapter, if you have not subscribed with my channel, just go and subscribe my channel and do not forget to hit the bell icon present on the right side of it to get the latest notifications about it. So the topics we'll be covering in this chapter are as follows. They are highlighted in blue. So children will be covering useful and harmful microorganisms today. So children, first of all we'll study about where do these microorganisms they live. So microorganisms may be single celled, I told you, like bacteria and some algae and protozoans, or multicellular such as algae and fungi. So if you have not seen the previous video, I have covered the previous topics in my video which came before this video. So I'll give the link of that video somewhere. You can check it in the info button. So you will find out the previous topics in my the linked video, and the rest of the topics I'll be covering in this video. So these microorganisms, they survive under all types of environment. I told you, like ranging from ice cold climate to hot springs and deserts to marshy lands. And they are also found inside our bodies and the bodies of other animals also. Some grow on other organisms, other animals, and some exist freely. Microorganisms like amoeba, they live alone, while fungi and bacteria, they prefer to live in colonies. So the first topic we'll be discussing will be friendly microorganisms, useful microorganisms. So microorganisms like bacteria, they decompose organic waste into manure and increase the fertility of soil. Microorganisms also help in fixing atmospheric nitrogen. Nitrogen will be covering it afterwards, and they just fix the compounds into the soil and increases the fertility of the soil. Microorganisms are used for making curd, also from milk, for making cheese, pickles, bread, cakes, pastries, alcohol, wine, vinegar, etc. Microorganisms are used in making medicines also. So the bacterium which is used in making curd from milk is called as lactobacillus, and it reproduces inside the milk and results in formation of curd. So you can also make bread from the microorganisms. It is made with the help of a fungus. This fungus, it reproduces in flour dough and produces carbon dioxide during respiration, which makes the dough soft and helps in making bread, cakes, biscuits, pastries, etc. Microorganisms are also used in making alcohol, and the process is called as fermentation. They're also used in making medicines, I told you, and for example streptomycin, tetracycline, and these medicines, these are called as antibiotics. And vaccines are also made with the help of microorganisms. So vaccines are dead or weakened microbes basically, and they are introduced into the body to produce antibodies. These antibodies protect the body from disease causing microorganisms, and diseases like polio, cholera, typhoid, smallpox, and so many other are prevented by taking the vaccinations for these particular diseases. The next we'll be covering are harmful microorganisms. There are some microorganisms which cause diseases in plants as well as animals both. Such disease causing microorganisms, these are called as pathogens. Some microorganisms grow in food substances also and produce some toxic substances which make the food poisonous. So food poisoning, it causes illness and even death also in some cases. There are some microorganisms which spoil material like clothing, leather, wood, etc. So first of all, we'll be studying about disease causing microorganisms in humans. So the microorganisms which they enter our body through air, water, food, and contact with insects also. So these microorganisms, these are called as pathogens. The diseases which can spread from an infected person to a healthy person are called as communicable diseases. For example, cholera, common cold, chickenpox, even tuberculosis also. Some insects and animals, they act as carriers of the disease causing microbes. And for example, housefly, the female Anopheles mosquito, and Aedes mosquito, it causes dengue, and Anopheles causes malaria. So this is a chart depicting various human diseases caused by microorganisms. You can see the first one is tuberculosis. The causative microorganism is a bacteria. Mode of transmission is air. And the second one is measles and the chickenpox and polio. Three of them are caused by viruses. The mode of transmission is air as well as contact and as well as water also. So the preventive measures are also given. Keep the patient in complete isolation and the personal belongings of the patient away from the belongings of others. And vaccination is also recommended. The next one is cholera and typhoid. Both are caused by bacteria and the mode of transmission is water as well as food in case of cholera. So you have to maintain personal hygiene as well as good sanitation condition and consume properly cooked food and boiled drinking water, and vaccination is also recommended. The next category belongs to hepatitis B virus, and the mode of transmission is water, and drink boiled drinking water for preventive measures, and vaccination is also recommended. The next category is malaria, and it is caused by a protozoan, and the mode of transmission is mosquito, and you have to use mosquito net as well as repellents and spray insecticides wherever possible. And you have to control the breeding of mosquitoes basically by not allowing water to collect in the surroundings. The next is a picture depicting the life cycle of mosquito, and you can check the picture, and there are the two different mosquitoes shown, female Anopheles as well as Aedes mosquito both. So this next picture is basically disease causing microorganism in plants. So these are the pictures given, and microorganism that cause diseases in plants like rice, wheat, potato, sugarcane. These diseases reduce the crop yield, and they can be controlled by using chemicals which kill these particular kind of microorganisms, thus preventing the plant from their attack. So there is a chart which shows some common human diseases caused by microorganisms. So these are chickenpox, polio, measles, hepatitis B, tuberculosis, typhoid, cholera and malaria. Causative microorganisms are given and mode of transmission is also given. Some common plant diseases caused by microorganisms are also given, like citrus canker, rust of wheat, yellow mosaic of okra. So causative microorganisms are also mentioned and mode of transmission is also there. So this was all for today. In the next video I'll be covering the rest of the topics. So if you have not subscribed my channel, subscribe my channel for more, and you can check my playlist in which I have explained about the other chapters of your 8th class also. So stay connected. Bye everyone. Thanks for watching.